Assalamu alaikum, I'm Nancy Khalil, and I'm here with your Nafs hack for today. When I was in college, I worked with a team to organize the logistics for a very large Muslim college students retreat that was taking place in Boston. It was the first of its kind. And I spent months organizing with my team, and a few weeks before we were meant to go on the retreat, the option for me to go to Hajj emerged. And I struggled, and I didn't want to let the committee down. I didn't want to let the retreat down. I wanted to go on it with my friends, but Hajj is a really big deal. So I talked it through with a friend, and she reminded me the retreat is a great yet optional experience, but Hajj is mandatory. She said, do your Hajj. So I went to Hajj. A few years later, I would use that same logic fasting while pregnant. Frustrated that I had no energy to recite extra Qur'an or to go to taraweeh prayers at the Masjid or to even go to iftar parties, I told myself, you don't have to fast. It's not mandatory for a pregnant woman. You should just eat and enjoy this month. And then again, great people around me, someone reminded me that all those things that I couldn't do were optional and fasting is mandatory. So if the only worship I added that month to my schedule was fasting, then I did what I believe God commands. And the same with prayer or zakat or family ties. We create in our minds these ideals, these situations that have to be perfect to fulfill those duties, and then we end up prioritizing what's optional over what's mandatory, missing mandatory windows of time for prayer in favor of imagined ideals like a quiet space or a perfect outfit. Or family that we choose not to visit because we can't host them in the most perfect way, and instead we end up cutting ties with them. Sometimes without thinking, we find the mandatory and the optional in competition, when the truth is they're on the same team. So what's the hack? Put what's mandatory before what's optional, even if the optional feels more ideal, because that's what it means for us to believe in God and put the hierarchy of God's standards above the hierarchy of our own. Ramadan Mubarak.